power of the way, even just motherfucking camera. Oh, Linda, I see you, sir. Alright. Invite, so you should be receiving that. The guest declined. Okay, why the fuck you declined the invitation? Sent you another one. I don't know.
My bad.
How the fuck you gonna decline?
Because it said turn the phone to the side.
Lord have mercy. Okay, first of all, I need you to take your shirt off to do this video.
Nah.
We trying to bring in some quality viewership here, okay?
Oh, Jesus. Me taking my shirt off.
I'm gonna need you to oil the body down.
Oh.
I'm gonna need you to turn on the sexy. I'm gonna need you to represent for all your top brothers. Let me see if I can share this down. I can't believe you really over there getting naked too. That was kind of sarcastic, but I mean, I'm not gonna complain.
All right. That's better.
That's a much better view, Sims. Much better view.
Thank you.
You are so funny. I'm trying to get the technical difficulties together, and then we can get started.
Okay. Shit, I'm trying to get this set up straight.
I mean, that request was really easy. Like, I wonder what else I can ask of, and you just be of great service.
Oh. Well, you'd be surprised.
Oh shit.
I'm just getting started. Luckily, I ain't had no alcohol.
Oh, I don't need you getting people in trouble in this stream tonight, okay?
Nah, not tonight. Tonight is hump night.
Lord have mercy.
National Hump Day.
I'm already gonna need a blunt, I can see.
Shit,
Okay.
I just had mine before I got here.
You smoke?
Yeah.
I cannot get into smoking. I don't know what it is. It's just not my fizzle.
Well, I've been trying to stop. Good jobs and everything coming along, but every once in a while you need one.
Yes. I ain't mad at that.
Oh man. So I'm ready to get about
Don't get nervous now, my nigga. You done talked all that shit. Now you over there kicking and blushing and shit like you all shy and bashful. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, I ain't. You about to see the real me come out in a couple minutes.
All right. That's exactly what we want. The real, bona fide, brutal, butt-naked truth of Mr. Sims.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, so do you know how to share this stream out on your end or nah?
I said share to group.
Well, you can share it to group, or you can just share out so it can appear on your page and people can know.
Write a
that
post
you're
or copy link.
No. Do you see the share button or?
I just share out the group.
Okay. If I were a boy.
Wait. I gotta pick who to share to? No.
Yeah, like it makes you go through all them extra ass details. I don't know why I just won't let you just share out.
No, I just hit copy. Copy link.
I think you I think you got your page set up in a way where like people you
Yeah,
have to
privacy.
accept permission. Yeah, people to post on your shit.
Share with friends. There we go. Post it.
Jesus Christ. All right. So you let me know when you ready.
Oh, I was born ready. I'm here now.
I hope you wearing deodorant too.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right. So what's going on, people? Tonight I have a special guest, as you guys can see. I tried to find y'all some eye candy, so I hope y'all appreciate it. I think this is eye candy, so I'm sure some bottom somewhere is dripping wet, and that's exactly what I want. So we're here, and we're going to talk about all things top and bottom related. And I thought this young man was a great candidate to have be a part of this discussion because, well, I'll get into a little bit of those details later. And introduce yourself, Mr. Sims. Like, tell us about a little bit about Zodiac. Do you like to walk?
Well, my name is Lindell. Lindell Sims. People call me Snoop for short. I do play football. I box. I basically do it all. I cook. You know, do the best cleaning in the world, like long walks in the beach. I am a Scorpio. Born on November 16th. So you know, that's a little bit about myself. I draw. I read.
Your birthday is November the 16th.
Yes.
Guess what my birthday is?
Don't tell me the 16th or the 17th.
Oh, it's the 15th, my nigga. I'm gonna need you to stop trying to cop my swag, nigga. You trying to be a Scorpio. You trying to have
Wait.
my birthday. Like, our mamas can't be fucking at the same time of year. Like, the
Well,
fuck cut it.
well, hey, look, that's the love making time. That's the bun season.
You know what? I'm gonna let you have that. All right. So, I guess the first question we can dive into is do all men cheat? Now, I don't know if I need to word that question as it relates to straight men or just gay men or just men in general, but I guess let me ask you first, just in general, straight or gay, like, do you believe that all men cheat?
Mm. Can I go into detail with this?
Yes, please do.
I believe all men do. I believe all men do. But on a certain degree, it sounds like they missing a part that you're not giving them. That's why they do that.
Mm.
So a lot of men have pieces to their puzzle, and they want the right person to fill in them pieces to the puzzle. And if you can't bring that, they're gonna find a way to upset you and say, "Hey, this is what you're doing wrong. That's why I went out and did that." You know. So they're gonna throw something in your face that was drastic that you messed up when you try to bring it back on them. And I don't understand like why they do that instead of just compromising and working things out.
Mm. That's interesting. Uh, Hey, Crown and Me Queen. Yes. Well, it's not really an interview. It's more of a conversation uh, that we're having. And thank you. The hair is sitting tonight. I had to,
On fleek, yes,
do what I
sir.
do. But okay, so you just said something that typically comes out of the mouth of women and bottoms.
Right.
We rarely hear this type of awareness and virtue out of straight men and tops. So what has made you different? Like, how have you arrived at this place of really being able to value faithfulness, especially in comparison to some of your peers who who are part of the side chick and side nigga culture?
Well, the only thing that made me different is how it first starts off with the family you're raised by. You
Mm.
know, when you come up into one of them homes, because I was raised in a good home, where parents got on me, where they tell you don't to touch nothing in the store and things like that. You know, you learn that when you're young, and then especially how to treat a person as you will want done unto you. So, you know, don't get me wrong, I'm not a cheater. You know, I try to work things out the best way I can, you
Mm-hmm.
know, in my relationship. So, you know, it takes a lot for me to break up with you. You got
Mm.
to be pushing them buttons. And I just, it starts off in the home, and then next, it starts off being around your peers. You got to separate yourself. If you see them going down the wrong lane, you can help them out, speak to them. Hey, I don't do none of that stuff and stuff like that. You got to separate yourself from that type of mess, or eventually you're going to get a little bit of the same tendencies that they have, you know, because you hang out with them 24/7.
Right.
So, it just basically you trying to fit in, be cool, you know, you trying to be like the rest of the people, you know. And I made myself to be aware to change my swag, be different, you
Mm.
know. Treat people good, you know, and be humble. It's, you know, a lot of people think, a lot of people call me an opportunist.
Whoa. And why?
And that's a big saying when you're just being good, you know, you're trying to do all that you can and make it out here in this world,
Yeah.
and and they don't see the good in you. They don't see the kind heart in you, you know,
Mm.
because most people can have a good heart,
Yeah.
but their attitude and their demeanor, their lifestyle is so messed up.
Right.
It conflicts them, so
Right.
they got to play a Gemini role, Two
Mm.
Face.
And you go ahead and throw them Geminis right under that goddamn bus.
They gotta play a Gemini role, Two Face. You got so many faces you can't even count on one hand. You
Mm.
know, so you gotta coexist with all them voices in your head,
Mm.
and that's when you make it confused. Don't get me wrong, I'm not the perfect dude, but you
I mean,
know,
so far you sound pretty much like the perfect dude. So
nah,
far.
nah, I ain't gonna say I'm perfect because I have flaws too. Everybody is not perfect. And all you need is that one patient person that help you with these
Yeah.
flaws, and that'll come together with you, sit you down. Hey, you doing this wrong, motherfucker. You know, and tell it
Okay.
like it is.
So stick a pin right in patience. Crowning Queen said, "Hell nah, that's dead. If you don't like something I did, I didn't do, tell me or break up with me before you cheat. I don't like that response." So a crowning me queen is totally against that cheating shit. They're like, just let me know what's good. Like, if you want to move on, if you want to do you, just tell me and you can go about your way. Now, you spoke of the word patience. And oftentimes, typically, when we really love somebody, patience is something that comes with love. So for you, is cheating a deal breaker in and of itself? Or in your love for somebody, are you able to like work through infidelity?
Cheating.
Yeah,
There's no excuse for it.
no
That
excuse.
like whoever said that,
It's
it's just no excuse for it. You need to
no excuse.
sit them down and let them know what you want to do.
Okay,
What's
all
up?
right,
You
right.
know, what's going on? What's the problem? Do you want to stay
Mm,
with me or not? You know,
mm,
because at the point of time, I'm going to think like this. Hey, I'm not going to say you're a waste of time, but at
yeah.
the end of the day, life too short. I have to move on.
Mm,
You know,
right.
can't sit there and be
So
playing pity party with you.
yeah. So that still sounds like there may be like there still is a chance if your partner cheats, like that y'all can sit down and have that conversation about okay, what the fuck you want to do, like
Now, I see me. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Me, I explain everything. Once I meet you, I'll be like, hey, are you into threesomes? Are you into all that stuff? Because I don't want no excuse. Because I
yeah.
asked you all this stuff. You
So if
know,
somebody told you they were into threesomes, they were into group sex, sometimes they like to swing. Is that a turn off? Can that be workable in a relationship with you?
Nah, I'm selfish.
Oh Lord, have mercy. You people, let these people be great. Let these people get all these pussies and titty sucking out their system.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm selfish, but if that's a person that's a match for me, and you can read them, and I still do me, but it ain't gonna be nothing like when I come back home to you, you know, because I know you're helping me in the better way, and I'm helping you in the better way, because nobody else can give it to you.
Right.
So some people can compromise like that. Look at Will and Jada.
Yeah. 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 Right. Right.
And they still happily married, walking around with their love kids and everything.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I've never been in an open relationship, and I'm not for cheating either. But I'm 32 now. Like, I just turned 32, doing our birthday month this year,
Right,
and
right,
I'm at a place in my life where I'm about principle and not necessarily practice. Like, I
mm,
don't necessarily believe that just because somebody desires to have sex with somebody, that it means that they don't love you or that they love you less than they're supposed to. I think and I say this because men fuck all the time without no emotional attachment. They run through ass and pussy all day and don't give a fuck. Don't even know the name of the person they just fucked last night. Like, that's how the business they got. And so I know men can have sex without emotional attachment. So as a same gender loving man myself, and when I think about men, I'm like, well, what is it that really bothers me about sex? Because I mean, at this point, I'm willing to let my partner do him as long as we communicate it, and as long as there's a respect and a boundary, and we can set it up in a way where I don't feel disrespected if that's something that you want to do for yourself. Like,
right,
if you get into a place where you like, I think I kind of want to have a sexual experience outside. I can compromise that. Like, to me, sex is not a big deal, but it's the lying behind cheating that fucks with me. It's not. I don't care anything about you fucking somebody else, but lying to me, allowing some other bitch to be in this world, laughing at me
right.
because I'm thinking that I'm in a monogamous relationship with you while they know they just sucked your dick 12 hours ago is
Mm.
embarrassing, is humiliating, and you give the side bitch an opportunity to get up on game when it comes to your main hoe. So I'm just gonna need that openness and that communication, and that's just me personally.
Right, and I don't get me wrong. Like I said, I made my flaws back in the day,
Yeah.
and I don't get me wrong. I still struggle with it to the day where respecting my other half,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have no one right now, but it's just the fact of the matter when you don't respect your other half, you lose all boundaries of the heart, the soul and body that you put in the time and effort and everything into that person you are trying to even put a ring on it, so I it's a hard thing to do, but people got to realize, like, this ain't no game. You messing with people's feelings, you hurt them to way beyond the worst. It's a lot of things going on in this world where people committing suicide over people they love, and they thought they would never hurt me and things like that. We don't need none of that. Stop all that foolishness, tell the truth and say, hey, I want to go elsewhere. I want to do this with this person. I saw it. You can join me if you want. Tell the truth. It'll set you free you know
Mm, mm, Lord have mercy. Jesus Christ. Okay. So you gonna really make me look like the sinner on this damn stream, and you look like the goddamn saint. Like, I didn't bring you on to make you look bad, okay?
No. I ain't making you look the center because like I said before, I did my dirt. And when I mean I did my dirt, I just got out of a relationship where I've accused, and
Mm,
thought things and disrespected in a way of talking to somebody else when I didn't close the chapter of that book, you
got
know.
it.
and it hurt that person. It put them as I didn't respect them or care about them. It's
Mm-hmm.
not that I didn't care about them. As it was my communication that was bad. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
so I gotten better with my communication and things like that. It helped me learn sitting back, being single. You think of all the wrong things you've done. Like I said, I draw. And when I draw and listen to music, it just puts me in the whole mindset of what I did wrong, you know,
Right.
and how can I fix it, you know.
Right. Right. All right. So we got the comment section going ham. I see you guys, and I'm going to go back and read the comments, and we are going to respond to you guys. For some reason, Facebook is not letting me see y'all comments as they come up, but we do see you guys, and we will be addressing things y'all got going on in the comment section. So I wanted to ask, first of all, let's define cheating because everybody has a personal definition of cheating. And for you, what the fuck would you describe as cheating? Like, what is cheating for you?
Cheating is everything from sending out pics, uh, text messages, flirting.
Mm,
Um, it don't even have to be hands on, touchy feely. You know,
yes,
it can be just a more show as a gesture.
yes.
And just a simple look can turn as cheating. And not unless your spouse is there. Not unless your
A simple fucking look is considered cheating.
you got to think about it because nowadays I'm 29 and you're 32. This young generation, they give a look, they be in the bathroom doing God knows what.
Okay, so
They'll leave
okay.
this they'll leave their spouse in the club. I've seen it happen.
But see, like that's just dead ass wrong. But I mean, isn't the old age saying like you can look but you can't touch? Now we're saying that even looking is cheating.
Now, you can look but can't touch, but it's one thing when you look and your spouse is there and be like, "Oh, that's a fat ass there," and they agree with
But
you.
shouldn't two people be comfortable enough though? Like because a relationship is also built on friendship and it's also built on reality. So it means
Yes.
that just because I'm with your ass, it don't mean everybody else has become ugly.
And
Now I
nah,
don't think I should go out of the. I shouldn't be disrespectful if I want to acknowledge somebody being beautiful or attractive at the table with you. Maybe I can say, "Damn, babe, isn't he a nice looking guy?" Like, would you be comfortable with that, or would you just be mad that I just said that to you at all?
I don't care. I don't care. I know I'm good looking. He good looking. Shoot, you gave him a compliment. At the end of the day, I know you come home with me. Bam.
Or not even give him a compliment, but just bring up the fact that I think he's attractive to you. Like, he's a good looking dude.
Like, that don't hurt me none. Not
That'll
one
hurt you.
bit.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right.
I'm confident in myself. So if I even commend the guy. Yeah, he look handsome. He flies. I don't know what. Shoot, I want to grow up just like him. you know.
Because doesn't this take the fear off of cheating and being paranoid about infidelity when two people can just acknowledge things out in the open to each other, and that kind of really actually makes you more comfortable with your partner and build more trust between y'all instead of everybody being locked up and tense and tight and like, oh, I can't say this and I can't do that because he gonna think this and he gonna think that and it's gonna be an argument. And it's like people live this way and they can't really express themselves and just be normal, natural, flowing human beings because everybody is so tight and butthurt and sensitive and insecure, and it's just exhausting to fucking live that way.
I'm gonna say this. It's an amazing thing when you create that friendship with your partner. That's the key right there. If you can create a friendship with your partner, see, a lot of people don't do this no more. Date before you get in a relationship.
Right.
If you can date for, I give you a time frame between 5 months,
Date for fun.
5 to 6 months, and to actually get to know a person, because if once you jump into that relationship, it can be a lot of things that come up that you was told lies about and things like that. I've done it myself, you know, where I've said some things, mistaken it, and then when I got in a relationship, it was a whole nother story, you know.
Mm,
So that puts your partner in a different aspect of like thinking like, dang, I'm dating I don't know who.
mm,
I'm lost at this point.
mm,
So that mindset right there out of your partner, it just throws things for a loop. Now you got a partner that's thinking, I don't know who he is, and
yeah,
you up there thinking you everything's fine,
yeah,
and when it's not, you know.
yeah,
So that's where the communication comes in. You should
yeah.
start going out on dates, talking more, you know, and don't. I hate that tops, you know, don't want to pay for nothing and things like that. It's not about paying for
Y'all trash.
nothing.
Y'all trash. Tops are trash ass niggas. Y'all are trash.
They don't want to go the extra mile and do what it takes necessary. Like I don't mind going Dutch with you or you know because we just starting a friendship. We trying to get to know each other.
Right.
Dutch should be always a mandatory thing. But once you say relationship, uh,
Mm,
it's 50-50. Sometimes you pay, sometimes I pay. You can't get mad and say I'm the king. I'm always gonna pay. No, it's not. No, your baby want to treat you too. You know,
right.
so you gotta learn how to have that stability
Mm,
and that compromise. A lot of people is not really a compromise people. They stuck in their ways of who they are.
yeah.
I'm selfish. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna do this. This is my attitude.
That completely sounds like a definition for tops. Selfish, take. No give, give. Narcissistic, arrogant, fully a fucking self, like bullshit.
Yeah, and
Okay.
and it's weird because they have a good person. They have a good person that gives them everything that they want, and they turn that person into, and they wonder why they so crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and they wonder why they look around and they be like, oh, why is he following me? Why is he always on my back, looking through my phone and stuff like that? It's cause what you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Exactly. And we're gonna put a pin in that one too. Before we get far down the rabbit hole with that, I wanted to as it relates to cheating, so living in this day and age of social media,
Mm,
it's very easy to feel like you're being cheated on because obviously, like if you see your man has liked a bitch's picture on Instagram, that can put you in your feelings. If you see that he's getting a lot of attention himself on social media, hoes are he's thirst trapping, he's showing his body and everything, and people are all over him. Like, do you think there's a limit to that? Like, if you're in a relationship and you are attractive, do you think you should exploit yourself on social media and expect your partner to be comfortable with that? Like, I want to be shirtless. I want to be in my drawers. I know that I'm hot. I know what the comment section gonna look like if I post this shit. Like, do you think that that's appropriate in a relationship? Because a lot of people think that that's like okay behavior.
okay, now when it comes to, I'm going to speak for the tops right now.
Yes.
When it comes to the tops, I'm gonna tell you right now. I've done it. It's not cool. It's not cool at all to show your lower part. You know, I I don't care if you think you know you just want to show off your V line and everything. No, nah. If you in
So
a
you tell
relationship.
they motherfucking clothes and drawers on.
Keep your clothes and drawers on. It's okay to show a topless, you know, topless pic because that's what they're gonna see at the swimming pool.
You
Now,
better than me because my nigga can't show no more than his tennis shoes on social media. You can show your socks and your tennis shoes. That's fucking it. Not your face, not your wrist, not your fingers, not your feet, your ankles, no nothing. Your tennis shoes is the only thing you can fucking post in a relationship with me.
this goes to the straight guys too, because you know I know it's a lot of women out here that got big bosom areas and stuff like that. They don't want to see that all over Instagram. But hey, she in a bikini. She got a, you know, she she's at the swimming pool, and let her enjoy herself and show that picture. You can't get too mad, because everybody at the swimming pool sees it, you know. But it's one thing when you showing everything, from the cookies to the cakes to the bananas and the eggplants. That's a whole nother
I
story.
you might as well. You in the fucking bikini already. You win tidy whities. All I mean,
Well,
if everybody at the swimming pool just saw you, why the fuck you need all the Instagram to see it? Everybody who at the swimming pool physically just saw you. That should be enough.
well, I'm gonna tell you this. All the people I've dated, don't get me wrong. Since I'm single and I'm still, you know, uh, trying to figure things out, I'm trying to compose myself of keeping the shirt on and things like that, because it's very professional. A lot of people don't know
Mm.
jobs can fire you for some of this stuff. I've seen it happen. I was down in Jersey and I worked down Jersey. It was this guy. He used to post shirtless pictures and pictures of eggplants of him in his shorts with no drawers. And the corporate office came in there, let him go.
Shut them down. Wow.
And I ain't never seen nothing like that. And I said, all for Instagram? I was like, well, what did he have on it? And once I saw them pictures, I was like, oh lordy, I could be
You know
next.
what? But that I know this. That's kind of off subject, but that's bullshit. Like, so are you going to fire me based upon how I live my personal life too? Like, if I'm a big whore out in these streets, you gonna fire me job if you find out that I'm sucking and fucking everything on the block? Like, that's a problem too. Like, are you gonna fire me because I'm black or because I'm short or because I'm tall? Like, that's so
See,
discriminative. Like, I
see,
don't understand why corporations think that it's okay to critique their employees based upon their employees' behaviors in their actual lives outside of that corporation.
and it even go as far as I had a security job coming up, and they want me to cut all my beard off to the point where I have no beard. Period. Like baby face, and I have a mohawk. It's in a ponytail now, but they want me to shave that completely off. So I'm sitting there like, what does my beard and my mohawk have to do with my performance at work? That, and a lot of corporations don't understand. This is who we are. This is what makes us. This is, if you take away our confidence, and we already have little confidence as we got now, we gonna be a crazy people, and this is why we acting up in the world, you
Yeah,
know. So you can't just sit here and judge a person off of what they have on the table. You
yeah,
know, you got to judge the person of the how to make the table. How about that?
yeah.
As long as they got 2 legs or 4 legs, however big your table is, as long as there's 30 legs under that table, I'm gonna rock with you. We gonna prepare that table right.
Right, right. But you know where that comes from, right? Like, because we live under a white supremacy patriarchy, they do not support black men looking aggressive. So we have these dumb rules like no beard, clean shaven face, and that's all to make you look non fucking threatening. And that comes from the stereotype that dreads, plaits, cornrows are very thug like, criminal, low down ass uh, styles of dressing, very prison styles, and it's just bullshit. So, are you going to cut your hair? Are you going to shave your face for this job, or are you passing it up?
What I'm gonna do is I'm taking a week. They gave me a week to think about it. I told them.
Don't cut your beard. Somebody want to put their pussy on your sideburns, and you gotta have sideburns for your pussy to land in. So I want you to keep all of your landing.
I'm gonna keep all. I'm trying to keep all of it.
I'll help you find another job. Like, we gonna save the sideburns.
No, but I wanna just let them know, it's a lot of things that y'all missing out on, good
Yeah,
people, good workers that can do the same thing that y'all really want to make happen. Y'all dream to happen out y'all corporation, you know.
yeah,
Because if I was to start a company, I'm gonna hire the best people. I don't care what they look like. I don't care what gender, race, uh, anything, their preference, anything. If they got a good heart, good mindset to go out there and sell and do their thing, by all means, I love you to death. I'm gonna give you hours and everything.
Okay. Okay, corporate America. I hope you fucking listening. No, we're gonna have to do a whole separate video on corporate America and dress codes and all of that shit all by itself because you clearly got a lot of shit to get off your chest
Right.
about that. Um. Okay, so this here's a question I want to ask Ops.
Mm.
Why are y'all so impatient when it comes to sex? Like, my asshole is not a DM. You can't just slide in it and go jackrabbit hard. Like, I don't have a vagina. This is my asshole is not an iPhone. You can't just swipe left. Like, it has to be lubricated. It has to be stimulated. It has to be all of those things. What the fuck is with Tops just wanting to just yank off your drawers and just start fucking you?
Um, since I do a lot of reading, they say women are more hornier than men. But I'm gonna say this: us tops, we are craved on getting what we want, and for the fact of the matter, we so craved, we gotta have it now, and we don't know the preparation, the time that it takes for y'all to get ready, or bottoms to get ready, and things like that. Is we're impatient. We want what we want now, and it's hard to believe. Like, I'm patient, but I can't say the rest for all the rest of them. But hey, fellas, if y'all can hear me, take y'all time, yo, because you're dealing with one of the most precious things y'all are enjoying to get. It's enjoyment. That's first thing. It's loving. It's compassion. It's all that and above. So take your time with it. It's not nothing to play around with because you're getting treated good. Point blank. Period. 100% down. They not cheating on you. They giving you everything you ask for. The least you can do is wait. Just for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. That's all you got to do is wait.
Right, right, right. So,
It's it's going to happen. They don't understand it's going to happen, but it takes
yeah,
time.
it takes time. So, speaking of taking time, like you're seeing something that's going fucking extinct in sex is foreplay. Like the rubbing, the kissing, the dirty talk, turning the bitch on, like making, like drawing up my edges because of the shit that you doing to me. Like, it's like there's just a head first experience, and like I don't like it's so mechanical and robotic. Like what happened to the sensualness and the romance of it all? Like I'm gonna let you fuck me, choke me, pull my hair, like, but can we? Can you act like I'm not a whore at first, at least? Like, can I be treated like the one and then you fuck me like a whore? But
See,
approach me like I'm the one and then fuck me like a whore. Like, do you do foreplay? Are you into foreplay? Or are you just kind of like to get straight to the fucking business?
this is going to excite a lot of people on here.
Straight to the business.
No, I don't get straight to the business. So I have my days where I cater to you. I give you a nice massage. Make sure you relax before we get down to business. Start doing the lap dance. Stuff like that.
Oh,
Have a little fun with it. Get stripped down, wear sexy drawers.
let's
All right,
go.
so take your time, dim the lights, put on some good sex music. I know everybody got a playlist, so put that on. When your person walks through the door, just be like, baby, come on, get yourself relaxed, go in that bathroom. I had a chair set up with the handcuffs on the side. I like to get down like that, and I don't know what's up with these tops. Just getting straight to the point. I know they want to have a squirrel, just like a squirrel had a nut,
Yeah.
but it's a lot of things. If you got, like I said before, you got that good person, take your time with it because your nut is gonna be more amazing than what you think it is. Shoot, just take your time with it. All that foreplay. A lot of these niggas' dicks can't stay that hard, so they have a problem with that.
Damn it.
So a lot of them can't do
I-
foreplay.
Right.
I'm sorry to put y'all out there, my dudes, but if you got a dead meat and it only works for 15 minutes, get it while you can. But at the end of the day, hey, you need to take some pills or something to do foreplay, homie.
So I just want the audience to know some of these questions are not all mine. I wouldn't ask a lot of bottoms, a lot of questions, and I got a whole fucking list here. So this is just coming from the bottom community in general, or the versatile community in general. Um, so with that being said, like, how tight is too tight, and how loose is too loose?
Ooh, ooh, I like this. This is right up my alley. How tight is too tight? There's no such thing as too tight.
Well,
There's
when it's too tight, y'all call those bottoms niggas who can't take dicks. Like,
well now a lot of these niggas don't know what a real bottom is. So he can't define what's too tight and can't take dick or who can tap out. He can't define that. So at the end of the day, I call them sucking niggas that don't want to learn shit.
Lord, that
I'm gonna get straight to the
saying that
point.
about the bottom,
No, the tops.
top. Okay.
Okay, I call them pussy ass niggas because they don't know shit about what's going on or how things are done or how they don't want to take time and really they never felt. I'm not gonna say they never felt love before, but they don't want to issue their love back.
Yeah.
So they don't. So at the end of the day, there's no such thing as too tight. Obviously that person been saving themselves for a good person.
Right. Okay. So you don't believe in too tight.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
So what is then too
too
loose?
too loose. Now too loose. They might have tried and tried and tried to give that right guy. I'm not even going to judge them. They tried to probably get a right guy with all the love they can get and this, that, and the third. But too loose could be you just fucking all day and you can't get your nut. So
So what does too loose feel like? Like, is it just like putting your dick into empty space? Is it like it's safe? There's no risk.
wow.
Do you
I,
need
I,
that
I
risk?
Now I've dated women and men, and I've did women and men. So for those viewers that don't know, so too loose, I would call it just point blank. Period. Just it's like sticking your penis in the toilet. You know,
Ooh, oh,
I
loose puss bitch.
yeah, like it's like you showing them the love and affection, but you're just not getting nowhere. You're not, and then a lot of that has to do. Sometimes, don't get me wrong, because I nutted in a loose pussy before, and hold on, it's all about the concentration and the love you have for that person.
Right. Because I was going to ask you, could you stay in a relationship with somebody and they have a loose puss? And loose puss is AKA a loose asshole too. Like, could
What?
you stay in a relationship with somebody who got a loose booty or
I could do that, and it's not even on that. It's just the fact of the matter what they bring to me on the inside, and if they can make me feel a certain way on the inside, I guarantee you, there's nothing I can't do but the bus. It's not that loose,
some,
obviously.
somebody gonna love it? And if
Yeah.
you happen to have a loose booty, just make sure that your head game and your oral game is on fucking point. Like, you gotta make up the difference somewhere. Like, you don't have to be good at being like, you gotta some type of other substituting talent.
If your booty on 70, please let your lips and your mouth game be on 120.
Uh,
Uh, Cause or your foreplay can make somebody nut too. So it's a lot of things you can coordinate in the bedroom that venture all
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Oh snap, we getting good. We getting good. I see facial expressions and everything.
Hold on, let me go through this comment section real quick. Okay, we are all grown. Every squirrel wants a nut. That's right, Alex. Every squirrel does want his nut. Side eye, Bub's love message. 18, bisexuality is the new catfish. LOL. Oh shit.
Uh,
Lips, mouth, throat. Okay, so so this is another question that bottoms have for tops.
right.
Um, what is with all of this like sexual selfishness that happens? I'm a top, so I don't want my ass touched. I don't want my ass ate. Uh, what is with all of that? Like,
Oh my goodness. This question, I, you know, I oh, one of the most difficult questions I ever got. Um, they don't want their ass touched or ate or things like that. Me, on the other hand, you should please your spouse. Uh, and if your spouse want to try something new, because this has something to do with cheating too.
yeah,
You don't want to try something new. And my boy Tank admitted to getting his ass ate, and he loved
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, y'all gotta try something new. Y'all gotta venture out and do things that you wouldn't do. I'm not saying tops try to be averse and things like that. I'm not saying that.
Hold up. Let's address that right there. So, with you talking about satisfying your partner and being open and
Uh,
like while we shut it down on tops, then experimenting with being a bottom at least sometime, especially if you know your partner versatile and so they appreciate being the dominant one sexually sometimes. Like if you love somebody, even if you're a top, couldn't you even be able to compromise that even?
mm, Me in that situation, like I am who I am. I am a top, but at the end of the day, being versatile, that's something I wouldn't be able to do. I know that. And the most I can compromise, that's where we need to sit down and have a talk. The most I can compromise and say, hey, you want to go do something with someone else, and try to be a
Is it that fucking deep that you can't open up your booty hole at least one time or two times out of the year that you got to give me permission to go top somebody else? Is it that deep?
look. It's that deep to me. I can't. I don't get me wrong. I let you, do the little play around. You can smack my ass and be like, "That's mine" and stuff like that. I don't mind that, and stuff like that. But when it comes to who that, I gotta compromise with you in some way. We can go get
Look,
a sex toy or something.
it's a lot of straight women like out topping some of y'all tops. Like some of these straight women's is with straight men who like to be plunged, like they like to be fucked in the ass, and so the wife or the girlfriend will put on that strap on and fuck her husband or her boyfriend in the ass, and for some reason neither one of them feel compromised in any way in the relationship. He don't think differently of her man. He don't think differently of her. They can have this strong sexual communication without judgment or without problem and discretion. So like, why isn't tops can't be like? I mean, I can understand tops being top. Like, if you're a top, you're a top. If you're a bottom, you're a bottom. Like, you don't want to do the fucking. You don't want to be fucked. But when it comes to love, it's like
When it comes to love, it's no boundaries, and like now it comes down to the tops being so secretive, and one that never let nobody know that happened to them and things like that. Why like if you're a man, be scared. Don't be scared. Like tell the truth. Like I've tried it. It wasn't for me. And stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I was about to try it. It wasn't for me. I know that that wasn't my calling. So at the end of the day, I can't sit here and say I haven't attempted. You know, you
But
gotta.
isn't love sometimes about what pleases your partner, even if that comes at the expense of your misery temporarily? Like, I don't want to do this shit, but because I love you and you feel like you just need this, then whatever.
It, people don't know what true love is no more. True, true love.
And you sound like one of them because you want to withhold the booty.
I didn't say I withhold it. I didn't say. I didn't try to say I attempted with somebody that I loved. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I didn't go through with it. So for the fact of the matter, I didn't go through with it. I can't sit here and say, you know, I've temporarily experienced the meaning of true love. And like I said, when I find somebody that I really love again and really want to, you know, I might bring that up to a subject.
Yeah.
But
So
it's
right now you are single, or you are dating, or you're talking to somebody, or you with somebody?
I'm single. I talked to a couple people, but you know, it's a lot of things that come with talking. You know, a lot of things you find out to break away. You know, and say, hey, we ain't gonna work out or something like that. You know,
Right.
so
Yes, Alex is called. Yes, Alex, pegging. Yes, I call it plunging. Well, hey, start plunging.
yeah, you're
Okay.
plunging.
Um,
Yeah.
but Darren Blake made an interesting point. He said some tops are afraid to allow their bottom to partake in their vulnerability. Is that one of the hangups about tops bottoming? Is they feel it's too vulnerable. They don't want to really allow somebody to like hit the threshold of their emotions and heart, and they know if they give that part away to themselves, that is going to make them feel things that they probably try not to feel, because once again they're playing the dominant role, and because they're dominant, that means somehow that there should be a lack of emotional receptivity.
Well, I'm going to say this. That plays a part in a lot of tops, a lot of tops. And you know, don't get me wrong. I'm, uh, me personally, I'm never vulnerable. I'm just waiting for the right person to actually love and actually, you know, I know we're committed to each other and break it down.
Mm.
But you know, it these tops is just, hey,
So
I'm a.
it don't necessarily have anything to do with tops not wanting to be vulnerable, which is why they don't want to give up the booty.
They just don't want
They just don't.
they
They
just
just don't
don't
want a dick in their ass.
point blank period. They don't want it to get out or leak out or nothing like that. Somebody find out, well, you're not a top, then you're a verse, you know,
Got
and
it.
so they don't want to be classified as that.
Got it. So another question from the bottom community, and this wasn't my question. I just
Oh,
want
okay.
to clear that up. But why don't tops clean their ass good? Because we can smell that shit when we're sucking your dick.
Ooh, oh Jesus,
Like,
I don't
are
know.
men, are tops so anti-bottom that they can't even put a rag and soap between their ass cheeks?
Well, I don't know about them. I can't even get into them.
Apparently, this experience is very common. Like, especially in the with the trade boys and the really like masculine tops. So, like, apparently, a lot of bottoms feel like tops don't really clean their ass.
Well, a lot of tops just use toilet paper.
Mm.
They don't, you know, I've been told to learn to use baby wipes and tissue.
Oh yeah, very sanitized top there.
You know, I'm not
I'm gonna
gonna.
rate you real good.
I'm a see. I've been taught up to clean my body well. You know, I basically I have no hair on the body, as you can see.
I
You
mean,
know, I
You
want
can
my
keep us on that angle. I mean, if you don't want, you're tired of holding, the phone to your face, it's fine. You know.
but I try to keep the body clean, grown well,
Hmm.
let everybody see, feel the skin, see the skin glow, moisturize, things like that. I take care of myself very well. So I'm
Yes.
not going to sit up here and not the most important part where you can catch anything down there, you know.
Right.
And if for that being said, if you do want to try with your partner one day, that has to be clean. They don't want to get no surprise and stuff like that, you know.
Right.
So fellas, if you hear me, tissue, baby wipes,
Hmm.
always. After you wipe with the tissue, wipe with the baby wipe, I guarantee you it change all your problems. And after you get out the shower, please put baby powder down there or swipe a deodorant. I've learned, shoot.
Yes. And not just wash down there. Make sure you take some soap and you kind of clean in the inner rim of your hole.
Yes, yes.
Like do that thing real
We
nice.
about to teach cleaning class.
Yeah, that's a whole nother video too.
Yeah.
Sexual hygiene in the gay community. Um, do you think that tops are more physically aggressive and violent in relationships?
Yes.
Why is that?
They believe everything is theirs, hands down. Whatever they hit is theirs, and I've seen a lot of it because I've talked to a couple bottoms where they ran into their exes
Yeah.
and all hell break loose. Hey, who that motherfucker right there? And I'm looking at him like, hey, you better get your homie. Like,
Mm,
what's another man's trash? What's another man's trash is another man's treasure.
gotcha. Right.
So why are you mad because you let that go and I'm treating it better than you will ever treat it?
Mm,
So at the end of the day, like I don't know what's wrong with that. Let it be. Let them be free. Let them be happy. That's what's wrong with us now, where we are so caught up in on our exes
yeah.
and things
But
like
you know
that.
why though? It's because exes always got to go out of their relationship with a bang. They always got to do the most devastating, evil, disrespected, wicked shit that they can do, and then they're surprised when you want to be a crazy bitch and set their mama house on fire with her in it.
And they don't realize that when you feed people dreams, because I've done it before, and
Mm.
with women and men, when you feed
Okay,
people.
so why? What was motivating you to play games with people when you were playing games with people?
Me, as I was growing up, I was taught, raised the right way, but
Mm.
I felt as though I didn't have attention. I didn't have attention from nobody. So when I got my first girlfriend ever when I was 18, about to graduate from high school. And then I was a virgin until I was 21. So I didn't have attention. Now that I'm getting all this attention, everybody like, oh, he handsome and this, that, and the third. I didn't know how to handle it, because it came so fast.
Yeah,
And you just do things out of spite. You just go flirt for no reason, even when you're in a relationship, and that's it gets you caught up and it puts
yeah,
you in bad situations. So
yeah.
I've learned,
I think that that's understandable though because you felt like you wasn't as attractive or you wasn't getting as much attention, and then when you got it, you were kind of a kid in a candy store. You were exploring the privilege of now being somebody who is desired and somebody who is wanted. And but at the same time, like you probably broke a lot of hearts along the way of your exploration and your experimentalness. But I think that that's reasonable. Like that doesn't scream to me somebody with a fucked up soul,
yeah.
but it kind of just comes with the territory when something is new to you. And
And don't get me wrong, I had people, a lot of people that I was in relationship with, tried to love me, tried to show me that attention, and I tore them up. And if they are watching today, because some of them are still my friends, and they still think I'm a good-hearted person, And if they watching today, I wish you all the best. I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, like people go through things. It hit other people. I wish it didn't have to hit nobody. I wish I could have learned it on my own and stayed to myself. And grew out of it. But a lot of people have to learn the actual way of physically being with somebody. you know. So, um, at the end of the day, tops don't ever lead nobody on. You see why they crazy. You see why they blowing up your phone, calling you from different text app
Yeah,
numbers,
yeah.
catfishing you on Jack and leading you to the spot, and you be like, "Motherfucker, I broke up with you 2 weeks ago."
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Wow. So it's interesting that you brought up like not feeling attractive because we know that like those insecurities are really heavy in the world, but definitely within the gay community, like a lot of gay men strive to be physically fit, to be good looking. But now that you have become the version of yourself that you are happy with, do you sometimes feel like bittersweet about the attention you get? Like, I know how y'all feel about me ain't even real because when I wasn't all this, y'all wasn't even checking for a nigga.
Oh my
But
goodness.
now that now I got all this going on, I ain't
I,
got no problems nowhere with anybody, anywhere I go. Like, but dude, sometimes it make you feel like, wow, like people are really fucked up, our society is fucked up, our culture is fucked up. That it takes becoming all of that in order to even be seen and to be visible.
Oh my goodness. First of all, now the attention that I'm getting now, and knowing that I'm out here, I was out here since.
I'm gonna need you to put the mic close to
Oh,
your
oh, oh,
mouth.
sorry. Uh, knowing that the attention I'm getting now, it feels kind of good, but at the same time, all the mistakes I had with people that was really trying to give me everything, so it hurts you a little bit. It hurts me a little bit. I got over it because it used to hurt me a lot. And I,
Mm,
I used to think about it a lot, and I wished all them people the best. But since now that I'm up here trying to get myself back on one accord, I like it, but I just don't want to, lead somebody astray, and I'm in the right state of mind, and then I finally get back what has happened to me.
so you scared of that good thing called karma.
Yeah. So what?
So when
What?
you get your heart fucked up and people that you love play games with you, do you sometimes feel like I'm just paying off my universal debt? Like I did bad shit, I fucked up people's heart, I broke hearts. Reasonably so, it's okay if mines have to be broken a few times in order for that debt to be paid in full.
Well, I take it. I take my karma as it is. But at the end of the day, I praise the Lord, and God love forgiveness,
Yes.
and I love forgiveness too. So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
maybe one day I have forgiveness and somebody, the right person, to change everything on me
Mm,
that was wrong. And
yeah.
before you know, we'd be walking down the aisle together, jumping the broom.
I just did something. Okay. Hold on, let me I just fucked
Uh,
I just fucked up my screen. I keep talking. I just fucked up my screen
uh,
somehow.
it's a lot of things that I can say karma gonna get me back on, but that love aspect, and like I said, I'm a man about mine. I take my punishment. This is what I did. You know, I sit there and fight with it and deal with it, stay as long as I can possibly can. So
Yeah.
people, be happy, live free. If karma come back on you, let it take its virtue. Just grow and learn from it. Or
Yes.
if you trying to learn and grow from it in the process, just take it as a hit and say, "Hey, that's what I deserve. And now I
Right.
could get stronger."
Right. That's it. That's it. Just take your losses in stride. It will get better. Just keep stepping forward and learning from your mistakes. Yeah, you can't touch your ass. Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. So, um, I have a good friend, and he's pretty much like a strict top. Versatile under some very rare circumstances. And that's typically when he's in love. He's willing to get pegged every now and again.
Okay.
But because I'm versed, so I talk to everybody. Like I'm a part of kind of like both communities. I know what goes on in both communities. I'm in conversation with everybody in between, tops, bottoms, versatiles, and there's this idea that bottoms are more faithful. But when I talk to bottoms, or when I talk to tops, they're like, fuck no. Bottoms are just as scandalous, just as unfaithful, just as lying, conniving as anybody else is. Kind of like the same idea that men cheat more than women, and men just say, well, women cheat better than men do, and we cheat more than women do. But do you feel like, in your experience as a top, have you experienced a lot of infidelity? Like, do you feel like bottoms are more unfaithful than tops are?
Man. We at the end of the day, women and men are two different creatures, and we have our different ways of going about doing things. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of smart men out here that'll
Yeah.
cheat on you with 5 or 6 different people, and you would never even know it. Trust me. Women, y'all ain't the only one that can do it. Men can do it too.
But women typically do it better. Like, women are more detailed and more um, strategic in their cheating. Like, men will fuck your sister and expect you not to find out. How do you think I'm not gonna find out that you
Right,
fucked my blood sister? Like, how
right.
stupid could you be?
Well, women, women they are so just they say women develop faster than men. So women are just so on point. It's very rare you get a man that be clicking just like a woman, and they're very detailed on. They can say, "Hey, meet me at the Wendy's at such and such time," and then bam, before you know it, she's back at home
Mm-hmm.
with her whole husband. Did
Right.
husband don't even know? I thought we were supposed to meet at Starbucks. Nobody knows where this Wendy's she went to.
Right.
It's supposed to be a Wendy's down the street. She went to a Wendy's all the way 30 minutes away.
Right.
So they're very.
So as it pertains to bottoms, do you feel like bottoms cheat more or less, or do you feel like tops y'all cheat more?
We cheat more.
Y'all cheat more. Okay.
We cheat more. I ain't gonna, cause right now I've been seeing a lot of bottoms that's very faithful, very
Mm-hmm.
want a actual relationship, want them goals or whatever, want to be married, have the white picket fence with the dog and
Yeah.
everything. And us tops, we just fucking it up, and it's making a bad name for, a guy. I'm working on myself. Don't get me wrong, but I'm still a good dude. It make it hard for me. And y'all some pussy ass niggas. I'm trying my best to get married, and I'm a free spirit, whether I get married to a man or a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I do it how I can and make it how I can. Hold on just a second. I gotta use the restroom.
Yeah. Joshua, you said I need to chime in on this discussion. You can chime in on this discussion, like, and we're going to go back through all the comments as well. And if you want to be on live right now in the midst of this discussion, just let me know. I can see if I can add y'all in for those who want to come on live. Um, you guys can also call in via phone. So if you want to chime in verbally and give your opinion, just let me know in the inbox. I mean, in the comment section. Hey, Aaron. I called your motherfucking ass, nigga, and you did not return my phone call. And I know you looking, so don't be coming in this bitch and not speaking. Darren, sometimes the low self esteem is rooted deeper than just that relationship. Yes, sometimes the low self esteem is rooted than just that relationship. Why is it all could be avoided if they trust the process and allow themselves to be loved? Yes, you have to allow love. If you're not allowing it and you're spending more time in a relationship, fighting and fussing and being insecure and that shit, then you are disallowing the joy and the peace that can come with being with some fucking body. So you have to allow yourself to be loved indeed. Um, hey boo, or should I join the live? Let me know. Like it's up to y'all. Just let me know if you guys want to join the live. I have to give you motherfuckers my actual personal number to call. If you guys want to call in, I have to put you on speakerphone. But let me see if I can send you an invite. Actually,
Uh,
nope, I can't send you an invite. Unfortunately, I think Facebook only allows like um
two.
one guest at a time and not multiple streams. Let me see real quick. Let me see. Let me see. Darren Blake. Darren Blake. Pen. No. Yep. I don't think it lets me do it. But you guys can call in. If you want to call in, just shoot your number to my inbox. Obviously, I'm tagged in my own video, so just inbox me your number, and I can call, and you can talk your shit live on air. So if you guys wanna talk verbally and give your 2 cents, then just hit the inbox. Now,
Uh,
now I'm probably asking this to the wrong person because you're not a bottom, but I am curious about what you think about bottom shaming. Like, there's there's this attitude about bottoming that causes a lot of bottoms to be ashamed. Like, people don't feel comfortable saying I'm a bottom. Like they try to put on to be a bit more masculine or to be a bit more tough or etc. Like, where do you think this negative attitude about being the receiver in sex comes from? Like,
oh, I, I'm just throwing it out there. Probably because they've been hurt so much.
mm,
Um,
well, hold on.
yeah.
Top's been hurt too, and they ain't willing to be defensive
I,
about saying they're top.
hold on, Top's been hurt too, but I see a Top, being more so going versatile than
Mm,
that's the way he'll get his rocks off or get his whereabout and not say nothing.
mm-hmm.
So and like I said, most Tops like keeping it quiet, keeping it discreet, trying to stay out of harm's way, but you know they can't stay out of harm's way because they doing so much to who over there, Dre over there,
Right.
Tashani, and next thing you know, it's a group fight at a ball or something, and they all fighting over one Top. So, but bottoms, I ain't gonna say it's so much hurt. It could be another thing where they probably just tired of us not giving it our all. Like you said, it comes with foreplay. Us trying to make sex exciting in each and every way. You
Yeah.
know. Because we like you said, we don't want nobody to touch our ass, get close to it, things like that, and a part
So
of
you
that has to.
think so you actually think that bottom shaming is because of things tops are doing.
It might not just be that. It could be stuff going on, with them trying to find out who they are. Maybe, they probably like, well, I tried the bottom thing. Let me try to convert over and see what I can do with this. Maybe I find real love with this, you know.
Yes.
You know, so it's a lot of things. Like I said before, when I was dealing with women,
Mm-hmm.
I would never suspect and never thought that I was gonna ever get in a relationship with a guy or do anything with a guy. But my mind was so open, and I was trying to figure out who I was.
Mm-hmm.
That hey, shoot, it's happiness that can come from either side.
Right.
So I was open and took care of that. But a lot of them nowadays they're young. Uh
Oh.
oh. Uh oh. Uh
Um.
oh.
Okay, so there's Houston. We may have a problem.
Uh oh.
um. Do you know a Facebook profile by the name of Darren Blake?
Yes.
This individual wants to call in. Is that okay?
That's okay. Uh,
All right, Darren Blake. We on the way, Scotty.
that's okay with me.
Okay. All right. This ain't the Queen's Court. I don't. I try to keep it godly.
Praise the Lord.
Okay. Darren Blake, we about to call you.
Bam, boom, bam, turn up.
You already know. I hope you got your crucifixes and your crosses, and you staying very near.
This is gonna be good.
Maybe they gonna tell their story, y'all. Maybe they not. I don't know. Like, we'll just see. All right. Speakerphone is.
Hello.
Hey, Darren.
Hello.
Hey, Darren. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm well.
So obviously you wanted to chime in and drop your 2 cents in. Anything in particular?
It's just some of the things I feel like he's tiptoeing around
Okay.
the actual answers. As far as what you were saying, maybe I need to turn this down in the back.
Yes.
Yes.
As far as what was going on, let's take it back to when he was trying to explain about why tops did not want to offer themselves up in relationships as far as sexual collateral. I just feel like I said before, it's them not wanting to be seen as vulnerable. I think it's all them wanting to be seen as this masculine figure, and it all goes back to being portrayed in society as, I guess, the masculine figure in the relationship, the man in the relationship, instead of just being in the relationship and acknowledging what you have. You don't have to be seen as effeminate. That's the answer to why bottoms are being bottom shamed. Being seen as a bottom is seen as being effeminate. So what they establish femininity is that they are less than, or they are not an actual person, or they're a weak person. So it's not about what's going on in the relationship or what the top is doing. It's the simple fact that sometimes people just want to be seen as a person. Don't classify me as a bottom. I'm a man. Don't classify me as gay. Don't classify me as a top. If I'm in a relationship with somebody, I'm loving them, period.
Right. Right. Do you think that that's a fairly new concept, especially for this era of time where we are really getting into labels and cisgendered and transgendered, and like everybody kind of wants to be.
Should do away with the labels, because for people that are learning, the labels are a tangible way for them to learn. So they need the labels. But for us that are living the actual lifestyle, like, I'm an effeminate man. I dress up, I put on my makeup, I put on my wigs and stuff. But when I go to work, I'm me. Like, they're not going to see me and say, oh, that's a bottom. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And so I guess that's where the bottom shaming is coming from, or the whole idea of not wanting to be seen as a bottom, I guess.
Yes. Right. That's a good point.
Yeah, I'll take that. Okay.
Anything else you want to air his ass out about while you got the chance?
Not him in particular. But just more so about back to what he was saying about the self-esteem and being in a relationship and not receiving enough attention. Sometimes the attention is there. The person is missing the attention because they're so worried about on what the significant other is not doing instead of just trusting the process and being in the relationship and allowing things to flourish.
Right.
If you think that he missed something or he didn't notice something, then why dwell on that? Why build up all this manifestation and have all this bad energy towards what he didn't do when you turn around, you're coming home at 10 o'clock, your plate is made, the bed is made, your shower is ran, you don't have to want for anything. Everything that you need physically, emotionally, and spiritually is there in the relationship, but there's one or two hiccups. That's where the communication comes in. That's where you have to sit down and speak to your spouse. Hey, I didn't like this. I don't like this. Maybe we should try this. That's where it comes in.
Okay, I got a question for you. I got a question for you. Now, it's a lot of times where where you explain these things to that person, and once you explain these things to that person, you're more so, what if you fell off and slacked off because he got back on one accord? Now, have you ever been in that type of situation?
In a situation where I've been in a relationship and I'm trying to catch up with my spouse being all together,
you might have fell off in certain areas where you was doing good at before.
Everybody's been in that situation one time or another. But like I was saying, that's where the communication comes in. That's when you explain to this person, like, hey, I don't recall any of this being in your behavioral activities prior. Where did this come from? That's why you have to open up your mouth and speak to that person. Sometimes, instead of doing that, people venture off and they are getting these DMs and these likes and stuff from all of these thirst traps that they're posting, and they're seeing this attention as good attention. When it's not, it's temporary. Everything that glitters is not gold. And instead of you checking for what's going on in the next fence and how their grass is growing, you need to be pruning your own grass, planting your own seed, pruning your trees, tending to your own yard. That's not your business. What that man is doing over there has nothing to do with you, especially if in that yard is a house that you're supposed to be building. There's a fence and there's children that you want to put into this house. You shouldn't be worried about what is going on in the next fence. Worry about your own. Deal with your own.
Well,
okay, so I have a question. So, speaking of social media and that type of attention, if your man is indeed doing everything he's supposed to do at home, he's got himself together, he's taking care of you, he's doing his part in a relationship, but yet he does want to thirst trap, are you okay with that if home is okay too, or do you see a issue with that behavior in and of itself?
They both tie together because if home is in shambles, then the insecurity is going to come. And once that person's questioning themselves in your life, then posting a thirst trap would not be the smartest thing ever because they're going to see those comments you're getting. And then it's going to do nothing but feed to their insinuations and their assumptions that, oh, he's talking to someone else. Did I care if my man thirst trapped in the past? No. But I've had men that thirst trapped in the past, and what they did after the thirst trap is what was the problem. Posting the pictures to me wouldn't be a problem. I like the men that I dated. Every man that I dated was physically fit and, they were attractive to me, so I wouldn't mind showing them off. I don't care. Now, do I want your dick and your ass all over Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook? No. But what I'm saying is, it's how you tend to the attention that you're getting. If you're posting a thirst trap, you know that your body is fucking sexy. You know they're going to comment. You know they're going to say something. It's the problem when you comment back with these tongue splash emojis and these eggplants and these licky faces and you're in your DMs talking to this person exchanging pictures. That's a problem.
I got a good question for you.
Because how I see myself in a relationship, I'm top notch. There's no bitch above me. If you another bitch to think that she can take my spot, then let her have it. There's no need for me.
I got a question for you. Now, what if your man got it together? He stopped doing all that. he lets you know. But for the fact of the matter, if you just budge as it wants to try to break down his insecurity about saying what happened in the past and things like that, because I know a lot of that has been going on when people try to fix things. You throw it in their face. So how you expect to, try to how to fix that or reconciliate that?
What I've experienced in some of these paranoid tops is that even hinting, like the bottom could say, or not even the bottom, the significant other in the relationship could say, I'm really proud of you. Like, you haven't been talking to these hoes lately. You haven't been responding to them. And then they'll flip like, oh, you haven't acknowledged the fact that I've been doing this and that. Sometimes it's not even as detrimental to the conversation. Like, only thing we're saying is, we're giving you your props, but they're flipping it and they're making it into something that it's not. It doesn't have to be. They're turning it into negative. Maybe it's the verbiage and how they said it or what they, how they presented it. But sometimes that can take them aback too. And again, that's what you started with your communication. Not even just being tops and bottoms. It's being adults. You have to be able to articulate yourself and get your point across.
Right.
So speaking of articulation and getting your point across, do you think that a lot of tops are very skilled at being able to articulate their feelings, or do they suck ass when it comes to communication?
I don't think they're articulate enough. I think they feed on the heartstrings of these bottoms that want them. So they'll sell you candy as long as you're offering, you're taking it. Mm-hmm. If he's telling you, oh yeah, that he doesn't mean anything, he's a cool friend, we chat all the time, and then you turn around and you see he's posting pictures to this person and sending nasty text messages, and you confront him about it, and he still says, that's my friend, that's nothing, that was a mistake, or that'll never happen again. That's what they're feeding off of. They're feeding off.
Okay. But when you take that person back, you also, as a relationship standpoint, you can't belittle your other half if you take him back. That's one of the key detrimentals.
Problem. Sometimes these people sit in these relationships and they get to a point where there is no taking back. So if you are being taken back, sometimes, like they said, sometimes, like I said, the mentioning of things can come across wrong, but it's never. I don't think it's their intention to try to belittle them or push them back a peg. Yeah. It's just their observation, and it comes across as being pushed back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do think that Sims has a good point. If you choose to take somebody back who has betrayed you through infidelity, at some point in time, you have to realize, as the one who's betrayed, that you have to choose to actually let that shit go in order to move the relationship forward. And a lot of people do not know how to lift the burden of that betrayal and that hurt off of their hearts. And they don't understand how they're actually prohibiting themselves from experiencing the new aspect of their relationship because they keep referring back to old bullshit, and they won't just break the chain of that. So can we talk about forgiveness for a minute, and what do you guys think it takes to actually forgive somebody for hurting you? What responsibility is it on the person who's been hurt to do the forgiving?
Forgiveness as a man, don't get me wrong. Forgiveness as a man, because women take forgiveness a whole nother direction. And they're very emotional creatures. And, I'm not even going to put it as a sad thing, but at the end of the day, as a man, after 3 or 4 months, and they doing right and they got you where they want you, and you got them where you want them to be, you saw the improvement. Is nothing there. You looked, you didn't find, and they're showing you everything capable. It should be over with. Done, easy, splash. Women, on the other hand, they might hold a grudge for a year. You might be in the doghouse for a whole year. You might be hearing this shit, at the dinner table. But men, we have a different way of going about things and getting over things faster.
So what about because
I know
there's a reason why men will not even tolerate a third of the shit that women tolerate, or that even bottoms would tolerate in a relationship.
Right.
A bottom and a woman will get their fucking dignity and pride completely fucking disintegrated by the bullshit ways of the other party. But if that bottom or that woman does even the slightest thing to bring any shame to that man, or to bruise that ego just a little bit, bitch, they out the door.
Right.
That other party is out the door.
And that's what I was trying to explain earlier about the whole masculine thing. Like that plays a part of it. They want to be seen as like the top notch in the relationship, and
The
with
big dog.
You know, at the end of the day, turn into the doormats. Like they could be forgiving this person for fucking and sucking and doing all this crazy shit, and when they just so happen to, you know, like a picture or make a comment or something, then it's a problem, or they're in a whole uproar in the relationship. Like that's crazy. Women and bottoms have been forgiving, and it plays a part on the fact that when we meet men, we take them on as projects, and it's not. We shouldn't do that, but it's subconscious. It's subconscious. Like you see him, you see his potential. You know what he can be. This is a great man, and you have the tools to help him. So why not help him? Let me go help this man. Because at the end of the day, all the help and all this nourishing and all this feeding that I'm putting into this relationship is going to come back to me, and I'm going to reap what I'm sowing. Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes they just, you know, they fuck up and they leave, and you never see them again. We're out here, single mothering it.
Well, that is true. It's a lot. It's a lot of things that I'm not even gonna say that the guy or whoever is in that situation, they're probably so messed up. It's a lot of things they have to fix for themselves. And if they have to step away, and don't get me wrong, it's a lot of people that are not good hearted people is not telling you the truth. And if you got a good hearted person and they're really telling you the truth and they really need to step away and work on themselves, and let them be and work on themselves, because it's something within them that they're missing, and you can't help them. You tried all you could to lead a horse to the water, so he got to drink it on his own. So hey.
You're absolutely right. They have to drink it on their own, but they have to want to drink it. If you're in a relationship with somebody that handling the emotional baggage and, you know, all of this with you, and they're willing to go through the mud and fight through the fire with you, then why push them away? Why allow this person to be by themselves, isolated away from you, when it's the time that you need to be with them? You need this nurturing. You need this time. You need to be with this person, because if you fuck up and something goes wrong with you trying to mend the relationship or trying to, you know, get back on your footing, then
Right.
that's supposed to be your person to catch you.
But it's a lot of it's a lot of times where the people didn't have that type of nurturing and they're scared of it. So the only way to try to cope with things is to have time to themselves, and a lot of people think people is just running away just to be scared, or you being a punk ass bitch and don't want to deal with me and shit like that. It has nothing to do with that. It has something to do with, hey, I'm not used to this. Let me back off just a little bit. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to put you in no worse situation than we already are. They're thinking the good of this and how they can try to fix this and come back and meet up somewhere in the middle with you.
Well, I want to speak to that. I want to speak to that real quick. I completely understand that. I understand, because you're dead ass right. A lot of people have not been raised with that type of nurturing, and when they do come into contact with it, it scares them, because most of their life they're used to dealing with their thoughts and their feelings and their life on their own, because nobody really has ever chosen to give a fuck and to really be present in their life in that supportive role, mentally and emotionally. However, too, I want to say that the fundamental flaw with that, I mean, even though it's understandable how people arrive there, is that you don't get to choose someone to love and have them choose to love you, and then decide somewhere in the middle, once you start going through your shit, that I'm no longer supposed to be a valuable asset of their relationship, and that it's okay to put a pause on me. Because when we signed up to love each other, I thought this thing was about for better and for worse. I thought this thing was about patience. I thought this thing was about understanding and compassion. I thought that we were a team. So whether you're up or whether you're down, whatever the fuck it is, I thought that I was being employed to be that person in your life who could stand for you and have your back. And how else do you expect to develop dependency, healthy dependency, and healthy trust within me if you never give me the opportunity to show you that I got you in your most vulnerable?
Right.
How the fuck you ever think you're going to build that type of confidence in me as your lover if you don't allow me the opportunity to stand for you when you're broken and fucked up?
Right. Go
Let me
ahead.
go get some
No.
water. Y'all talk.
You got a good one on that one.
Take a step back, especially just make sure you're communicating as much as possible. Like about anything, about everything, this person has to be your ear. Like they have to know what's going on. They have to be your second brain. Like they have to be able to assist you. If you're not allowing someone to assist you and you just keep pushing them away, then there's no way you guys can grow as a unit. Simple. That's all I was trying to say.
Okay, well, it's like he said. When you got that person, y'all supposed to work it out. You're not supposed to run away, and you're supposed to stay there. So, you know, it's a. Don't get me wrong. Like I said before, it's a lot of messed up people out here that don't find out until it's too late. And those are the people that's wrong, and I guess they trying to work on fixing it, but karma's gonna come back on them some way or somehow. Cause I know I'm gonna feel mine.
And sometimes those people aren't even wrong. I think it's just more the fact that they're unsure, like their footing is shaky. They don't know exactly where they stand with themselves. So that brings on the whole insecurity within the relationship. And that's also rooted back into the fact that them not receiving the nurturing like you explained before. Like sometimes some people are just by themselves and they don't know how to take that affection that the other person is giving them. They don't know how to receive it because they've never really had it before. But being an adult, you have to be able to know, to decipher what the difference from what you did before and how it hasn't worked and why you should try something new now. Simple.
Right. Well, okay. I like how this is going. Ooh. this was
Baby,
this was an
y'all,
unexpected
y'all
call.
stress me the fuck out on this call right now. Y'all done got my
I'm sorry.
head.
I'm sorry.
Lord.
that was this one on the phone.
I'm sorry.
Now, cause that's some real shit.
Darren.
It's some real shit, and we definitely are gonna have to find a balance to that, like struggling in yourself, but also not forsaking your partner as you take issue up with certain things going on within yourself. And like Blake said, like having that communication is very effective in a relationship, and it also eliminates having to come to a lot of assumptions, because a lot of times if you don't say shit to us and you're just dealing and moving through yourself in ways that we don't understand, that are unfamiliar to us, you're leaving us to make a lot of erroneous conclusions and perceptions about what's going on. You're leaving us to think maybe it's me, is it you, is it your mama, bitch? Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know how the fuck to feel. You're not really communicating to me. So communicating is powerful, and no matter what we're going through, we certainly should always just communicate. We should show our partners enough respect to open our mouths and to let them know what's good.
Oh, see,
So,
I like this.
so Darren, is there anything else you want to get off your chest? Because I got some other people who want to stress me out tonight and want to call in too.
I think I'm good. I think I pulled my edges enough.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your call. Like, that was good. You too.
All right, you too. Oh, this is what I like.
Shut up. Hey, hey guys, if you guys want to call in, just once again, send your number to my inbox, and you can chime in. I know Alex, you had a lot to say, so if you're still in the building, let me know.
Yeah,
Now
well,
let me go back in this comment section real quick. So Yolanda Alice says, so if a man got stretch marks on his ass and nowhere else, does that mean he's being penetrated? I'm confused. Y'all better start checking ass. My girl told me, I guess. So I don't know what, like, I don't know if the person who told you that is reading like Download Men for Dummies books or what, but no, stretch marks have nothing to do with being
yeah,
fucked.
I
Stretch marks are a natural phenomenon due to skin stretching. Like you,
I
like
thought Cat Williams said it best. Either you got big, it got little, or it got little
it
and
got
then
little,
got
got big.
big. uh,
Exactly. So no, it doesn't. Stretch marks on the ass don't mean anything. So ladies, don't be paranoid. Um, Leonard said, "Hey, my brother, I've been with my friend for 32 years. With gay, it always should be about respect first. Love come next for the rest of your lives. Yes, respect is a big deal, and it definitely should. Or he's not doing his squats exactly.
yeah, pretty much. I got a
Lift
question.
that ass, my nigga. Yes. You said you had a question.
Yeah, I had a question.
Okay.
A lot of people. I just want to hear different perspectives on the meaning of love.
The meaning of love.
Yeah, different perspectives. Because I have my own perspective of love.
So tell us, what is your perspective? Because you're the one asking, what is your perspective of love?
I'm gonna start it off. My perspective of love, I know I break it down by letter. Basically, love means the L means life, because you planning on spending that time of eternity with that person. And the O means order. You have to get the order straight. To make a happy home and keep it together. The V is for venturous. You gotta venture out. You gotta do things you never do with your spouse. And the
Yes.
and the E means equal. So if y'all not equal together, I don't know how y'all gonna make it.
Mm.
So it ain't no greater than, less than. how
Yeah.
how they doing in math?
Yes.
um, but like I said, that L starts it off with life. They give you life. You gonna be with them for life. They that spring breeze. You see them hummingbirds flying around them every day. It is what it is. It's supposed to be that happy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna my and you guys can tell us what y'all define as love. I know for me, well, when I was young, my youngin years, love to me was just about treating each other good, just treating each other good, being well to one another. At 32, I'm somewhere else in my mind about love. For me, at this point, love is just freedom. I I don't think love actually has anything to do with the other person, but it has more about you being complete and well enough in yourself to give that type of completeness to another individual. And it's about honoring who you are, your integrity, your character, and showing up in your relationship with that integrity, with that sensibility, with that reason, with that love and compassion. Because even in my relationship, I allow my partner to have as much freedom as he desires. Not he, we don't do the cheating thing and we don't do the swinging thing, but even with the fucking, as I said earlier, I'm open to that because I feel like if I love my partner, then a part of that love is supporting him having a creative license to live his life the way that he sees fit. And if he wants to partake in something or be a part of something or do something, as long as it's not hurting him ultimately, and I know that it as long as it's not hurting him, I think I can, at this point in my life, get my life get my mind around everything, because what I feel like people are going to do what the fuck people are going to do any fucking way.
Yeah.
You just get to decide how you feel about what the fuck people want to do. But I don't think love is about necessarily restricting somebody or taking possession of somebody, but just enjoying somebody, experiencing someone, and participating in that unfolding, and just trusting each other enough to know that no matter what you guys want to do, you guys will always reserve a seat for one another. So if your man wants to go to Vegas for the weekend, why hold him back because you an insecure ass, bitter, fragile ass bitch who just can't like just let your man go to Vegas and expect the best out of him? Like, if your man wants to hang out with the boys, if he wants to go to the club, if he wants to have, if he's a gay man, if you want to have other male friends, if he's a straight man, if you want to have other female friends, like, why are you doing the most? Like, let this man be great. Let him be. Like, let him show you also that he got you and he gonna respect you, and you can let him be in any space and not have to worry about what he's doing in those fucking spaces. Like, for me, I don't want to control another person. I've been there. I've done it. I live my life that way. You can't do this. You can't do that. Respect me. Da 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 da. Fuck that. I'm gonna always respect me. And I just know that the minute that I'm tired of your shit, I'm just gonna fucking go. But I'm just going to observe you and let you show up the way you want to fucking show up. And I feel like all I can do is decide how I feel about that. But to try to change that or alter that or flip that, who am I? Like, you, who the fuck you are?
Right.
If I don't like it, I can get the fuck to stepping. But I don't get to complain. Like, I either like it and love it and can get with it, or I can't. So love for me just simply means freedom. It just means unconditional support and getting outside of your own ego and let somebody be great and let them also let you be great. So you continue to be free, let them be free, and then y'all freedom, y'all will find each other and do y'all and fulfill that and have all that gushiness. But let a person breathe. Let a person be.
Yeah.
So, Ty Phillips said, understand each other, but be respectful. I feel you. Yes, Ty.
Yeah.
Love each other, understand each other, but be respectful. And like Blake said, Darren Blake, that communication is how you establish that respect. As long as you're not keeping anything from your partner, as long as you're not concealing anything, as long as you're not being deceitful, and you're honestly bringing everything to the table and giving your partner the opportunity to decide how they feel about something, then we are in the gold.
Right.
Tina Turner said, say, what's love got to do with it? Art Franklin about respect. Baby, I love you. Yes, yes, yes. All the old folks songs about respect. So, I have one more question before
here we
we wrap
go.
tonight. Well, first of all, I have two more questions. So, I wanted to ask, do you feel like gay relationships mimic heteronormatives? And what I mean by that is we fall into these traditional roles of man and woman. And so when tops and bottoms or tops and versatiles get together, naturally one assumes the womanly role and the other assumes the traditional male role. How do you feel about that? Are you with the traditional roles, or you just feel like people should just be people?
People should just be people to me. Do you do what makes you happy? It don't. I had to learn that the hard way. You know, of me being, they call me a straight guy on out on the streets, and they see me with a guy, and leave me alone. Let me be. Let me be free. I'm happy. You should be happy that I'm happy. We all happy. Point blank. Period. It shouldn't be no situation where verse come together with a top and then one presume the bottom row and you got to figure that out. No, no, don't worry about them. Let them be.
Okay.
They'll figure it out.
Because we want to see y'all cry sometime. When y'all telling us y'all love us, we want to see your eyes get watery. We want to see you really commit to the I love you. Like, reveal your heart. Be naked before me. Like, Top
And
really hard back on that shit. And that's the best part of it. That's the best part of love. That's what makes it so delicious.
the actual emotional part, a lot of tops don't cry, and don't get me wrong, I have cried before, and it lit up my spouse's eyes. It's like,
Sure.
uh, like, wait a minute, he cried,
Right.
baby. I just want to suck your dick right now. Like, I was like, for real, I need to cry more often, you know.
Right.
But it's
Now,
just
when you was crying, were you crying about something external to y'all relationship, or were you crying in joy and in peace about something going on within the relationship? Was it
it
like I had to cry?
it's both. You know, I have got both sides of the ballpark. Where I cried something about I did something wrong in a relationship, and I'm trying to fix it, and then I have just cried tears of joy, just to glad to be there in their presence, to be with them, to make them happy. And it caught him off guard, because the joy ones, when you got that joy and you just cry randomly, that catch you off guard. You be like, what are you crying for, baby? you know I'm like, I'm just crying to me because I'm being here. But it's just happiness, and I want everybody to feel free of, like Darren and you said, communicate. And like I said before, I'm getting better with communication. I just need that right person to be patient with me and communicate with me, and
So,
you know.
so have you gotten that in your relationship? Have you gotten what you felt is that support in communication before?
Like I said, I never been communicative with family, my mother and stuff like that. So it was hard for me to take that in. Now that I'm learning that, sitting back at home, relaxing, thinking,
Mm,
it's open doors now. Like I'm free of range to try it, you
yeah.
know. And if I close back up in my shell, then obviously that's the person I was made to be. you
Yeah.
know, um, be a little communicative, because I was a little communicative. I tell you where I'm going. I tell you what time I'm being back. But please don't call me in the middle of whatever I'm doing. I will
Mm,
catch a whole attitude like, "Hey, I'm at work. What? I didn't I just tell you I call you at 10 o'clock?
or-
Why are you calling me at 8:30?"
mm.
So I throw a whole fit, and I'll be mad about it for the whole time, wanting to start a fight and everything. So yeah, I was that crazy.
So, so, so petty.
But now I've gotten over that. I'm learning to be more back to normal of communicating and being happy with it.
So
uh,
you would mind if your partner made more money than that wouldn't make you feel less than a man, or even if you okay, so you were top. If you first of all, okay, before you ask, I gotta ask this question. I can ask that one. Are you would you be in the top? Are you into effeminate bottoms or are you into masculine bottoms? Or you don't really care about mannerisms?
I don't care about mannerisms as
Okay,
long.
so
Yeah.
so right there, so you wouldn't feel less than a man if the bottom you was with was more masculine than you. You would be okay with that.
I'll be okay. I'll be cool with it. I don't discriminate. That's one thing I don't do.
Mm.
If you got a good inside, your heart mean well, and you gonna work with me and things like that. Like, cause I've been in relationships where I have moved to another state and they helped me find a job and things like that. I've been in situations like that. And whether that person was making more money than me or not, I didn't care. We still worked it out. We still made it happen. So
Got it. Got it. Okay. 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 So you would say be done with the whole heteronormatives. Just be people and love each other and support each other. It's not about who makes more money, who got the power. It's not about who more masculine, who more feminine. Just be equally understanding, be equally reasonable, supportive of one another. Period.
if you vibe with that person hitting you up in your DM, and they live in California, go visit them, see how well y'all vibe even in face to face, and then go move with them. Shit, move down there, cause that's the
Right.
person that's you missing out on.
Right. Now, Joshua, God knows you have to want to change. Yes, you do have to want to change. Indeed. People have to want to change. Now, I have a final question before we wrap this show.
Oh Lord, I
Um,
forget.
we kind of touched on it a little bit, but I just got to ask it out, like just straight out. are versatiles really the only ones getting this shit completely right? Fuck being a bottom, fuck being a top, fuck each other, peg each other,
Wow.
being equal in all things, in all ways. Like, are versatiles having the most fun out of everybody?
No. You can't sit. I can't sit here and say that. No. There's a lot of bottoms out here that make it fun to their top. There's a lot of, lesbians or whatever have you, make it fun. I I can't sit here and say versatiles are having all the fun. Lord have mercy. If I wish I was on camera all day, just to show them a top and a bottom can just have as much as fun as a verse.
Yeah.
I, Jesus name, we
Well,
pray.
I say that because the community feel like there's more versatiles than ever now. Like, people are willing to be versatile. Like, you have a lot of tops who are practicing versatility, and you have a lot of bottoms who've been bottoms their whole life who are now also practicing versatility. So where do you think this is coming from? People being willing to just be mutual in that way sexually?
Well, they said it was going to be a shakeup in the world, and look how I've been shooken up. I think it's more so just I would say it's more so just coming from they just want to have fun and find that right person, and if it has to do with taking the being a verse,
Mhm.
by all means they'll change up and be who God wanted them to be, because obviously they're happier that way.
Right.
So turn up, live your life. If y'all want to be verse and y'all think y'all have much as fun as me as a top, or whoever as a bottom, do
Yeah.
y'all thing.
For, I think it's very evolutionary. I think that what's happening in culture is something, or within society, is something very spiritual. I think people are transcending these boundaries of masculinity, femininity, um, gender identity, and we're seeing like a lot of this gray area take place because there's just a evolution within human consciousness, and so I think that there's a generation being raised and produced who are interested in being fluid in their sexual expression,
Right.
and they're not so willing they're not so willing to be so dogmatic and religious about relationship dynamic or gender dynamic or sexual dynamic. And I think this fluidity is evolutionary. Like, I fucking love it when people can transcend that bullshit. And we got some angry faces, so some bitches in the comments don't like what the fuck I'm saying. It's okay.
They
It's
gonna be
okay.
alright. They live.
Yes, bottoms and tops going extinct. People are meeting in the fucking middle. And I
Yes.
think that's the way it really should have always been. Like, I know a lot of people feel like it's strange for a woman to fuck her husband in the ass. For me, I think that is absolutely like, that's the most committed and trusting and interesting that you can be in a fucking relationship.
I
You're
I, I,
willing to please your fucking mate. No judgment, no nothing. Just please your fucking mate.
just don't air it out when you get mad at the dinner table.
Right.
I agree. I really do agree, because at the end of the day, like I said before, I had no discrimination. I dated people with makeup, wigs, and things like that, to a whole full blown dude with tattoos look like 2 Chainz, you know.
Yeah.
So I dated women once again and things like that, and some women that I dated was bisexual. So it was like it. I dated at all things, and I just want people to be free, be happy. This is you. Nobody should be judging you. They got bigger problems than worrying about me.
Yeah.
So
So, so right, the moment that I'm going to know you are officially free and transcendent is when you call me and say, "Yo, Davion, I finally done let a nigga hit the ass, and I'm okay about that." And I'm gonna you the roses and be like, "Yes, brother."
that'll be the day we'll both go to church. Okay,
Okay.
and so I can repent.
I'm with, I'm with it, man. So I want to thank you for participating in this live stream. It's been a long time coming. And showed up well on behalf of your peers. I think some of them might be mad because you're way too gentle and nice. And no, well, they may love you because of that. You really made Tops look well. Like a lot more Tops need to be like you. To be honest, you're a role model to them hoes.
I shoot, somebody gotta be a role model to them because all this shit going on. But other than that, like I said, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. I'm willing to do it again anytime.
It will not be the last time. And can you give the people your